create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now I flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Going to go to the air right away. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Herbert. And he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
From the 30 on second down, Allen. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a first down there.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let...
And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Herbert's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Now a give running right, it's Cook. A beautiful fake. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On play action, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation. On Herbert, his third interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen. It's complete to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. James Cook with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Allen on third. Steps away to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Herbert off of play action. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there. A big one. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders get to add to the lead directly.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And able to find Allen Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 96 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Herbert to throw. Yeah, he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Herbert being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the